Hi everyone. Well, where we are now is the top of Loch Doon, and this is obviously the river or the burn that runs into it and feeds Loch Doon, but there's obviously other small burns that do that. Now what I'm going to do is just walk up the road. I'm actually going to fish back to where this river runs into, or burn runs into the loch. Especially this time of year, we're coming close to the end of the season, so any brown trout is going to be concentrating near the burns where they're going to go. Well, they've got the burns to lay their eggs in the winter months, so some lovely scenery here. So anyway, hopefully we'll have one or two trout and a bit of fun, so we'll talk about it once we get to the loch. Well folks, I walked a good mile or so up from where I parked the car, so I'm going to try and get my way down to the loch and then walk towards where the river comes in. Just picking an area to go is the problem. I think here would be fine, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll pick the right bit to get down. There's some tracks here where they've been obviously cutting the forestry, it's been cutting the trees, so but it's never always the easiest to walk, but the loch's not that far away, so just take my time and see how it goes. Okay, now I've got basically set up with two flies, and I'm going to kind of stick to the kind of bushy type flies that this one, as I've just filmed it, put it onto YouTube. Hopefully you're enjoying it, but I'm going to certainly give it a go. We've got another one that I just filmed with the cloaked dabbler and the dropper, just working with two flies. Sorry, this one's on the dropper and the cloaked dabbler is bright on the point, and we're just going to work our way around the bend. I don't know how long it's going to take us, but anyway, it'll be fun. It looks absolutely perfect. If I was looking for a good day on the loch, this would be it. Okay folks, just about to start. Just a bit of drizzle just starting, a bit of wind picked up. So what I'm going to do is just come off this point here and work my way around. Now it's not the best wind for me being right-handed, but it's not going to stop me fishing. Just cast the suit, and it's not a strong wind, so it's typical. We're 800 feet or so above sea level, so we're going to get misty weather like this. So we are, and we're just going to work our way along the shore here, and if we're lucky enough we'll get a fish or two. And I'm not really going to wade, I don't need to, unless I'll only wade if I have to, and if it's easy. I mean, there's the fish in the lochs, wild fish especially, wild brownies, which is what Loch Doon is full of. Oh, there I got a take straight away. Jesus. First cast as well. Hopefully you can see as much as I can see. The cloud is supposed to be dry, actually. It will dry until 7 o'clock according to the weather. Anyway, we'll just have a bit of fun. I might just actually come over these boulders, and because it's good looking on the other side. So we've got the waders on, so as usual, use them. I've got very little or anything behind me, so the only bad thing about today is you can't really see what the scenery is like. This is typical hill loch fishing. Loch Doon's 7 mile long, so it's a fair length of a loch. It's a, and we're at the top, right at the very top of the loch. You want to strip your flies figure 8, pull it quite quick, because these wee brownies love chasing a fly, so they do. And just vary the retrieve, try all the ways, all different ways to pull. Slow figure 8. Now I'm just fishing a floating line, obviously, which is ideal for these along the bank here. I'm actually going to go back onto the path. It's a bit wobbly, this rocks here, so I'll stand back. The fish are not far. A wee bit extra height here as well, so we can see what's happening. There's another take there, Jesus. They're not really connecting. They're just usually got a real solid pull. That wind picking up. Just be careful of the back cast. Now, I mean, Loch Doon was basically my playground, if you want to put it that way. It's my backyard to where I lived. I could walk through the house over the hill. I'm just going to move down a wee bit here. May come over onto the bank here. Nice and shingle like, so we can fish this. Looks quite good, this bit. So I'm just going to wade out a wee bit. Cover the water a bit better. There we go. There we go. Feels like a perch. That is a perch. Gosh. I hooked a perch. God. A perch. Not a brown trout, but it's a perch. There is perch, as they say, in Loch Doon. Didn't really expect to catch one, but they usually, you fish a wee bit deeper for them. Just hope I'm not going to catch too many of them, but anyway, there you go. Good eating, the old perch. Some people would prefer to get them out of the loch, but I'm not here to take fish. So, you never know, that could have been perch that was coming for me there. There's perch, there's one perch, there's more. They shoal up. Usually the bait fishers catch a lot of the perch, so they do. In some places in the world they call them redfin. You can obviously see the colours of the fins. Actually orange more than the red, but anyway. They are good eating, like. Yeah, a decent sized perch, it's certainly. It's a lovely fish to eat. Just going to wade in a wee bit and then walk round a wee bit into this bay here. A few rock in front of us. Now I've just come round point and I work my way along this banking here. See, it looks great. I mean, if you look, lovely. Can't see the tops of the hills, but they're there somewhere. We've got the clouds, the low cloud coming over the top. Nice area. I may come over these stones here. I wade a wee bit. If you can wade, it's worth wading. Cover more water, like. And the bottom here's perfect for walking on. At the moment, anyway. So it feels quite warm as well, so it's even better. It can be really cold up here at times. Just check the flies every so often, make sure they're okay. So I'm going to just walk the other side of these. I've only had a perch. My first ever perch in Loch Doon. In all the years I've fished it, I've never had a perch. So, a first for everything. It's funny that I caught it on video as well. Just come onto this point here. A bit more wind here, which I'd prefer, just a tad more wind. It's more coming off my back now, so which is ideal, helps the oil cast. And looks like a goose coming on the water there. I don't know if you can see, but in front of me is an island. That island there used to be where Loch Doon Castle was. And quite the rock here. Check the flies. Fine. Loch Doon Castle got moved in 1935 when they dammed the loch. The hydroelectric system, because this is underwater. So where it was, you can see where the island was, so I couldn't see how the castle would have been underwater like, but anyway, it's now on the bank. We drove by it. I'll put some footage up so you can see it. It's actually surrounded by a fence at the moment. Must be getting repaired or something. Anyway, Loch Doon Castle was famous for battles in the, I think it was 12th century, 13th century, 15th, them all. Whether it be against the clans in Scotland as well as against down in England. The odd fight at odd time. So anyway, I'll put some links to it and you can see the interesting history of Loch Doon. There's a lot of it. And the more you read about it, the more surprising that you don't see it as much in the telly, as you say, because you certainly could make a film out of it, much like Braveheart and so on, and many of the other ones it was over the years. There was a film years ago with Gene Kelly, I think it was Gene Kelly anyway, famous American actor. It's called Loch Doon. Some may have seen it. I don't know, I think I've seen it, I don't remember. But anyway, it was about the Loch Doon, which is just actually it's the beat of fish in the River Doon. I actually can fish underneath it, so I can if I wanted to. But certainly a lot of tourists come to see the Loch Doon. And the area is famous for the poet Robert Burns. It's all right next to one another. You've got Burns' house and basically Robert Burns was the man behind a lot of poetry and songs in Scotland, and it's famous around the world. We're in a kind of an area where there's a lot of history. There's history everywhere, not just here. We cast here. I can cover this bay. I'm not going to fish this bit here. I'm going to, once I've cast here a couple, give it a good 2 or 3 casts, see what's happening. We'll go round the point. I'm only up for a couple of hours. It's a bit of fun. And like you see Loch Doon. I did have footage earlier in the week, but unfortunately it got corrupted somewhere. I don't know what happened on the computer. I did upload it onto YouTube, but only half of it went on. And I know there was 1 or 2 looking forward to actually watching it, but it was, quality wasn't there for some reason. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what went wrong. But I'm back up to give it another go. And it's a totally different day, so it is. Very quiet. Another couple of casts while I'm here, and then I'll move round to the other side there. If we get a couple of fish, it'd be great. Like just to let you see what the Loch Doon trout's really like. I've got a couple of pictures from the last time I can put up, though I'd rather let you see them. Okay, last cast before I move round. Okay, right, we'll move round to the point. I want to fish just where the river comes in. A good chance, I'm hoping there's a chance there to get 1 or 2 trout. So, anyway, just check the cast. Looks fine, everything's looking good. A bit more wind blowing here. Oh, there's a wee fish down here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a good sign, hopefully. Seeing that fish wasn't far out. See if he comes up this way. Maybe he wants to have a go. I mean, they're not big fish, as I say. They're wild fish. Just Born and bred in the loch. Oh, okay. Excuse the language. They hit you really hard. That was a wee brownie. That may have been that fish. Just never hanged on. Anyway, hopefully there's one or two more we can get a chance to see them. Just, I say it's a big loch to cover to find fish. It's daunting if you're trying to, if you look at it and you go, oh geez, where do I start? You'll soon know if the fish are interested, because usually it takes practically straight away. I think the fish I hooked at there, had a go at me at the beginning, were perch, to be honest with you. That fish I got, the perch I got, actually, I kind of knew it wasn't a brown trout, just the way it took. It took deep. Normally these wee brownies, the wild brownies like to really splash at your fly. There was no splash, it was just on. So sometimes you can tell with the take what it is. Anyway, ideal the wind here just to lift off. See, they like to chase the fish as well. This is looking good again. Oh, there we go. Ah, that was a brownie. Ah, I thought he was on, and he was on and off. Let's try again. Well, that's a good sign. Just got here and I've had 2 takes already. Unfortunately I've missed them, but you're going to get that. It's very frustrating sometimes with the wild brownies. There's a fish there, right close. Well folks, sorry about that, lost another one, lost 2. Check my flies. Just check. I mean, I'm fishing barbless, so doesn't it? These wee splashy trout, I mean, the way they take your. A barb hook will obviously hang on a wee bit more, but as long as you keep the flies tight, you should be fine. So I do expect to lose a few fish. That felt a better fish, that second one there. I'm reluctant to move here because I've had so many takes, but I have to keep going, I have to keep moving. Conditions are really good now. The rain's eased a wee bit, it's starting to, you could pick back up anytime, like still drizzle like. I've not touched any fish since the corner. It's a bit of a shame. I had 3 takes and took a couple of minutes and one another. Just went quiet again. That's what you get when you're in the loch. Going on to another nice bay here, so if I come off the point, fishing off these points can be really productive. You can always catch 1 or 2, the fish work up them. And there's really no fly in the water, so I've not seen anything other. I've seen 1 or 2 flies on the rocks, but not much. Nothing on the water. I think there's a fish away in the distance. Just a wee fish, but anyway, any fish would be good to catch. Just work my way out to this point here a wee bit. Just take my time. We're heading round to the river now. We're just not far away. I can actually hear it. So we have a couple of yards extra into the cast here. To try here, I did see that fish away out, so well, it'll be there, but anyway, it's worth an extra couple of yards just to try it. Now, I did get asked about what line do you use? Use a sinking line, or is it just a floater, or both? Now, when I'm fishing from the bank in this type of water, it's quite shallow in parts. I can get deep enough with the floating line. The flies are fine. When you're on the boat, you can fish in really. You can control the flies a wee bit better. You can sweep them up in a sinking line, or an intermediate or sinker, faster line or so. So it just depends. But for me, I'm walking along the bank and I'm quite happy to fish a floating line, especially now. It's fine. If you're fishing some of the small fisheries or places like that in the winter months, the sinking lines are intermediates. Or weighted flies. I mean, if you're using weighted flies, small loch, you can get deep enough to allow the flies to sink. But there is times where you do need a sinking line. But here it's fine, floating line. Oh, I missed a fish there. I think it was a perch. I think it's away again. See if it comes back. That was kind of perchy like feeling, just because it's not like a normal brown trout take, just a deep. We'll try again, see if there's these. If it is a perch, they will keep coming back. I'm going to cast on this side. Just so fishy looking here, it's just hard to come away when you feel you could take a fish anytime. One more casting and we'll move around. Now, the last time I fished this part of the loch, there you go. I told you it was fishy. Come on, stay on. And I've got him fishing barbless. Told you, I'm fishing barbless, you've got to keep them coming. That was a brownie, definitely. Oh dear. Anyway, hopefully you saw that. As barbless hooks, when you've got wee splashy trout, you don't want to stay in the water, and barbless at times they'll certainly jump off. You've got to really try to keep it tight, but when they're jumping and running or coming to the top of the water, it's hard to do that. Put it back out. I'm going to try again and see if there's another one out there. See, it's a nice point this, it seems to be for a few takes, so anyway, that's good. I mean, I'm quite happy whether we lose them or not. It's just the way things are. At least we're hooking, the fish are taking, it keeps. I mean, I'd be chuffed with a day like this any time, just to get takes, never mind anything. That was a good solid pull. The difference is like night and day when you feel a wild brown trout. It's really hard. No matter what size they are half the time. Maybe if I tell them they're going to be on the telly, they would stay on. Or on YouTube anyway, unless you watch it on the TV. Anyway, we're going to definitely move after this cast. We'll head round, just walk towards the river. We'll fish as we go. I'm hoping that closer to the river we'll get more chance of a fish. We'll just see. You know, just the mouth of the river down here. So we're still in the loch in a way. It's just normally the loch would be up here. So as I say, it's quite low to where I've fished it before. Anyway, it's quite windy. We'll see how we go on. Hopefully maybe get a couple of trout, you never know. That was a fair walk over burns, and let's see how we go. It's really windy here. Got more wind than round the corner anyway. A little bit soft there, so I'm going to back out. Anyway, it's been good fun. I've had just working my way around, and I've not spent a lot of time. I could have went further up into the corner and worked my way back, but as I say, I was just in a couple of hours just to give it a go. See, the season's coming to an end now, and it's probably my last chance to have a cast in the loch. But it gives a good idea of what it looks like. And as I say, I lost the footage the first time I was going to put it on the internet, on YouTube. Tried everything to recover it and try and fix it, but just the way sometimes it goes. All the filming I've done over the years, you do lose an odd time. The SD card just suddenly pack in. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. I think it was actually the program I was using that caused the issue. It wasn't so much the filming. And I thought it was fine. I actually uploaded it, didn't check it to see if it was fine. I thought it was okay. And then only to find out later it was no use. I tried to fix it first, tried to upload it again, and it still wasn't right. Anyway, even though we've not been successful today so far, well, I'll have a wee cast near the fish jumped in the distance. It's too far away for me. I'll give the mouth of the river a good go. We're actually on it in a way, but yes, I'll go a wee bit further in, you never know. Just move up a couple of yards and then have another cast. It's not wide here. It's sticky here. I've watched it. Yeah. We cast in here. The river's just round the corner here. I say normally the loch's right up. This would be underwater here. I mean, this is shallow as I've ever seen it. Or as low as I've ever seen it anyway. I mean, you can see where they should be up here. The trout will soon be heading up here, up this burn, to breed in the winter, the next month or so. So they will, as I say, the season finishes in like 6th October here in Scotland, so for trout, and you can fish the trout fisheries and so on. You can fish for grayling, you can fish for salmon up until the end of October. Some rivers, the salmon fishing doesn't, and it runs to the end of November, so well folks, back to the old car. It's been a good 2 or 3 hours. Unfortunately we didn't land any trout, got a perch. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, even though it wasn't it was a great success. It was a lovely 2 or 3 hours, and I'll bring these back. I'll obviously come back another day or two. It'll be probably next season now, and we can see how things go, and we'll keep this going. I know you enjoy the videos when I'm out fishing. A lovely bit of scenery there, heading towards the Galloway Hills. Some lovely wee pools there. I'm sure there'll be trout in them. Have a quick look, a nice wee run under there. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that folks. Wee quick look back at the loch. She's looking a bit dreich, as they say. Anyway, until next time, again, thanks for watching, and mind if you haven't subscribed, please do. It does help, it doesn't cost you anything. Basically you get notification of any videos I've uploaded, and it looks good on the internet. I mean, the more I subscribe, it means more people are interested. So thanks for watching, and there's the old car sitting ready